Older brother is Guanto Ren.
光头啊
Older brother is Guanto.
Why?
I don't know. Very early, lose his hair. Younger brother has long hair like me, but his hair is dreadlock. He never wash his hair, so his hair very like a rope. It's very strange. Grandmother don't like, but he like. It looks good. It's popular with some young people. Yeah, his hair just
Oh yeah. If we don't wash your hair.
very oily.
Yeah.
Yeah. You will not like his hair. Trust me.
And
You
it
will be.
smell bad.
I don't know.
Because it,
My younger brother very
Thirty.
different. 30 years old.
maybe don't take
Don't.
bath.
No, I think he showers.
Why? Shower and body and hair together.
I don't know.
But you live with him
No, he live alone
now.
now.
But sure, then you live together.
Oh, before, yes.
Yeah.
When we were young, he has short hair. But about high school, he started to grow his hair long. And then before long and very nice. Yellow hair, blonde hair.
Like
And
you.
straight, but like mine, yeah. And then as he gets a little older, he start to smoke marijuana, dama, and the music. He liked that music.
Young people smoke a dama in America.
Many people who smoke a dama like a long hair, like a more natural, not suit tying, short hair. It's different, Carol. Different.
Ruin people.
Oh, Carol. Don't ruin my hair. Don't ruin my hair, Carol. Really? Not too no,
No,
not
no. I try.
not just a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, I try first.
Okay. Hello, my friends. My name is Ryan Freeman. Welcome to my life. So, I got my hair cut today for the first time in probably about 7 years. I think I stopped cutting my hair in 2016. It was like late 2016. I have been growing my hair out. So, I guess I'm going to talk about why I decided to cut my hair, why I decided to grow my hair out long, and then who cut my hair, and talk about our special relationship. So I have been one of those guys who had short hair throughout all of his life. And then after watching Brad Pitt in Troy, I thought long hair is actually really beautiful. And I started to almost idealize long hair, but I never had the courage to grow it. Finally, I decided to grow it back when I was around 24 for the first time, inspired by meeting my Uncle Bob, who I've talked a lot about on this channel. He had long hair. He was very influential to me at that time in my life. In fact, we traveled to Mexico together, so you can see sort of the stage that my long hair was at. So I had long hair for the first time, and I really liked it. But I did notice that there was quite a difference in the reaction I would get from various people with long hair and short hair. There are just a lot of people who prefer short-haired guys, and there are some people who prefer long-haired guys. But at that time, I didn't care. Long hair was what I liked. And then I cut it, and I went back to short hair. And wouldn't you know, I had more success with ladies with short hair, and I was a single guy. And I grew my hair out again another time, maybe a couple years after that, and then cut it again. I always found growing my hair out was a huge challenge because I like it once it gets down past a certain length, but when it's in that really beginning stage where you're first growing it out and you can't really style it the way that you like it, it gets kind of messy and gets uncomfortable. So I don't know. Okay, what am I talking about? I'm saying that I've had a history of growing my hair out and cutting it, and then finally I just settled with short hair because I was a single bachelor, and women by and large preferred me with short hair. I did it for dating success, an evolutionary biological term to enhance my chances of attracting a sexual partner for reproductive success. I know that sounds corny, right? That sounds cheesy. That sounds unideal. You should always follow what you think is beautiful, right? But I didn't. I did what I thought women. I did not just thought what women enjoyed, but what having going from short hair to long hair, short hair to long hair, and then back to short hair. I realized I was just more successful with the ladies with short hair. But then back in 2015, if you watch my Jailed in Japan series, you can click the link above. I went through a rigmarole psychologically and then moved back to America. You know, I realized that the most important thing for me was to have some more authenticity, to say what I want to say. That's one of the reasons I created this YouTube channel. To not be afraid to be myself. And part of myself that I had always hidden was this longing for long hair. Even though I had gone many years without long hair, as I've said, Ryan, I remember sitting in my bedroom. This was probably 2016, late 2016, thinking, I'm gonna grow my hair long. And it was like literally it was like a calling from that long-haired man who I had been ignoring for so many years. I'm going to grow my hair long. I'm no longer going to dress or wear my hair for the pleasure of other people. So I stopped cutting my hair, and I went through a phase. Perhaps also some pictures from the various stages that my long hair went. You could also see that my body underwent some phases. I gained some weight, you know. I had a whole other philosophy that I was no longer going to try to be like picture perfect. You know, before I had a modeling and acting career, so I was always trying to stay almost underfed and like super tip top. And also a big factor was I had gotten married. And you know, when people get married, they change their habits, right? They're no longer on that market, so they sort of let themselves go. And in a certain way, that happened to me, or I let it happen. But I also did it a little bit consciously. I just thought, I just said, I'm going to start doing what feels right to me, and it felt right to grow my hair out, and it felt right to let my body thicken up a bit. At the time, those were the thoughts going through my head. You might think I'm an idiot for thinking that. But that's what I thought. That's what I felt. So I let my hair grow long. I thickened up a little bit. And I enjoyed a happy married life. But, you know, that didn't end well. If you've been following my channel, you know that my marriage has crashed and hit the rocks and it's done. It's over. And now I'm a single man again. And but I've grown fond of my long hair. And when I was at the Renaissance Fair, if you guys watched those episodes I talked about working at the Renaissance Fair, the coolest thing was that the long hair fit the age of the Renaissance. You know, there's a lot of long-haired people out there. A lot of people with long hair go to the Renaissance Fair. I got so many compliments about my long hair. I mean, I would be working the ice cream, selling ice cream or pretzels, and women would come by and they would say, they would just tell me how gorgeous my hair was, how gorgeous I was, and I loved being around people that appreciated me with long hair. Meanwhile, other people, my grandmother or some other people, say, you need to cut your hair, you need to cut your hair. When are you going to cut your hair? I mean, not brutally, but, you know, hinting that they would prefer me short-haired. But I stuck true to it, even when my wife's gone, and now I'm single. I decided I'd like it. This is me, at least for now. I don't want to stick to anything. You know, I want to be able to change with how my feelings are about myself and life. Not to ignore the world, but not to go by their words either. To do what feels right, you know, to follow my intuition. So I have a woman who works in front of me. She sits in the office. She's an older woman. She likes to be on the down low, so I'm not even going to say her name. I call her my Taiwanese mom because she is always giving me motherly advice. She is always inquiring about my life. She will tell me when I look bad and need more sleep. She will tell me what vitamins I need. She will tell me to get more sleep, to put on more clothes, to eat this type of meat. I mean, she's just always asking about my life, looking at me, judging me like a mom does. And giving me considerate advice. Sometimes I don't want it, but she's gonna give it to me anyways. She's a delightful woman, and we're like, I mean, she's like my best friend, you know, at where I work. And she said that like I'm the first male friend she's ever had with long hair because she doesn't like guys with long hair. She like crosses the street and tries to get away from them. She's a funny woman, man. But we like each other very much, and I've told her so much. She's all asked about my wife and kids and my life and teaching and just sharing life together. She tells me about her life. She actually worked for the majority of her teaching career at a jail, working with prisoners, and so we have a lot of things to talk about. She's a Christian, not to say that makes any difference, but she talks a lot about God. I tell her about my thoughts on Christianity and God, and we just have a pretty deep relationship. Anyways, she said she really wants to cut my hair, and I said, well, and that she used to cut hair as like a side hobby, or even, I don't know if she ever made money, but she has been cutting hair for many years, cuts her own hair. And I started to get that inner feeling that it was time to give my hair a little snip. Not a big snip, but a little snip. And it wasn't just from her telling me I should cut my hair. It wasn't on YouTube comments recently. Someone said, it's time to cut your hair, Ryan. Some person, if you're listening, tell me that was you. And I just, not only getting messages from outside, but also from inside, it was starting to even get in the way. And I just felt, and I was starting to be a little less happy about it. Even though I still liked it, I was just sort of thinking it was time to possibly give a little snip. So today, she brought her scissors, and it just felt right. And as you can see, it's still quite long. It's a little more even. I don't know if I'm going to wake up tomorrow and hate it. I don't know. But it just felt right to cut it. And I know that this is not a very deep, meaningful topic. You know, maybe it's a vain topic, very superficial. But you know, we are more than just intellectual creatures. We are also creatures of flesh. And I think hair is, whether you have it or you don't, it's something we can all relate to. Although I don't think it's important to think all that much about your appearance, one of the reasons I like just growing my hair out without thinking about cutting it is like just literally shampoo, conditioner, and just comb it back. Don't have to go to the barber, don't have to put any pomade in it. I don't spend any money on it. So part of it was just lazy. One of the perks of just growing your hair out long was I did nothing to it other than shampoo and condition and brush. That I saved money and didn't have to think about it. And I'm not someone who, I don't shop for a lot of new clothes, but there were moments I know I'm just ranting, but there were moments on my psychedelic trips where I put my hands in my hair and I was like, oh my God, how lovely it is to have this hair. I know it's so terrible to say it, but it is. I felt that so strongly on some psychedelic trips. Anyways, I'm sorry for I hope I didn't waste your time. I wanted to talk about cutting my hair. First time I did it in like more than 6 years, like 6 years and a few months. So thank you for watching this video. Please click like, share, and subscribe. Tell me if you have any interesting stories about your hair, growing it out long, or why you choose to keep it long, why you choose to cut it short, down below. This is not a hair channel. This is just my life, and this will probably be the only episode ever in my channel about my hair until maybe I cut it off or shave it off or lose it. Hopefully not. Dear God, knock on wood. That wasn't wood. Anyways, I'm gonna find some wood. Thank you. Bye bye.